So yeah, we'll start with that. The input, we accept a leak URL, just whatever request you want. You ask for ideas. You'd ask it to look up a research database. You can send an image. You can send it a sound note. Because like it's a Telegram, so I could do all those things anyways. Just to give you an example of ideation, give me some ideas, please. And this is just human in the loop. Give it a second to think. They'll give you some ideas. You provide feedback. You can pick an idea. You don't have to put the whole thing just like this. Or put new ideas whenever. Okay, once that's done, I'll show you the workflow. Let's see, input. And you'll see it, depending on what happens, whether it's ideation or you give a leak or whatever, it'll send the output to our next workflow. And according to the project, there's four sections, right? There's ideation, research, content creation, and scheduling posting. So we split amongst the team. So each person was responsible for workflow. And we just sent the webhook to each other, basically. So that's just a quick guide of this. Let's see what's my time. Like I said, you get all the inputs from Telegram, classify whether it's something that needs to be ideated, or we just go straight through to research. Research, it runs daily to populate a database. Here's our database. And research is right here. This gets populated by RSS feeds and Perplexity daily. All right. Let's see what else. Okay, so that populates it. When the input comes from the ideation or input, it's going to make a decision. Are we going to use the database or are we going to do a dynamic search? We do dynamic or do you use Gina? Just search and crawl. And we create the content that way. This will create the initial content at the research stage. So that could take care of this stage. Then it goes to content creation. I would never suggest using the text image to video systems. But if you make a system that does that, everything else is easy. So that's what we did. We did basically the content, we create a video, we create an image, we create the text for X, because it creates article in the previous step. And then it sends it to the scheduling. Okay, so let's see, do you guys need anything else as far as this works? You could generate 5 scenes to create the images, the narration, the video clips, and then it's render it with JSON to video. You could save money there if you want to use like what's it called? FFmpeg, which is open source. I mean, I wouldn't suggest that for a client though. But yeah. Saves results. Once it finishes that, it also creates individual image and the text for title slash caption. And it creates an image too. Okay. So any questions at that point? Because I'm going to hand it off to scheduling posting to Jason.
No, I think that looks really good to know. We'll probably keep the questions until the very end. But that looks amazing. Nice. Good job.
Jason, I'll hand it off to you.
Thank you, Max. I'll share the screen.
Please stop sharing too. Stop sharing.
It's that one.
Are you able to share? You said stop.
You see my screen? Should be seeing
it. Yeah.
Alrighty. So once the contents is created, it comes to the create post workflow. So basically, it goes through, converts the actual time because the time comes in UTC normally. I'm in Australia, so my NAN instance runs in Melbourne's time. So I grab the UTC, convert it into my time zone, and then anything that's within 20 minutes or in the past will get scheduled now, and we'll go up through this loop here. If it's not, it will then actually dynamically create a workflow, which will schedule whenever it needs to be done. That schedule little template looks like this. So yeah, it just triggers that the time set, and then basically calls the publishing content workflow, which is this one. And then in here we've got, if it's a scheduled task, it will run up into this loop here. You probably can't see that too well. Which basically just sets that workflow that was just created to inactive. And then we go through the X, which you'll either create a post with the image or just a plain post. Go through LinkedIn, same thing again, just with a post or without. And then we've got the Instagram, which will create a video or a reel, which is already, will publish the reel, sorry, not create it. Then we got TikTok as well, which will publish the TikTok. I'm using Upload Post for both TikTok and Instagram. And I think we got time for a little quick demo of this part. Max's content and the other team members, all their stuff takes about 10 minutes to run. So we're running short time, but I've set this up. So we go to here, we get executions. See, it's already run 23:18. So we'll see that was published now. And then if we go to publish workflow, executions, and it's running, normally takes about 1.5 minutes. And then, yeah, if I can find my other, while that's running, they end up here. So these are the ones tests we were doing earlier. So we've got the TikTok there, X, Instagram, and then LinkedIn. And that's it. As you can see, it's succeeded. But yeah. Any questions?
Cool. That was amazing. I feel like I need about a 45-minute tutorial to actually go through that bit by bit so I can understand 100% exactly what's going on, because that was super complex in my eyes. But I think you guys ticked all the boxes, and the final results. Could I see the final results one more time? The final images. Oh, cool. So they're not AI generated, hey?
They are. Oh, well, Max, I believe they are.
What did you say you guys used for generating the images again?
This is FluxDev from Prepick.
Okay.
You could go with V if you want more, or like you want to spend more and you want better quality, go with VO. It's an option. I didn't pick that in. The text/image to video, it's expensive. Like to run this, it costs about $1.10 per post. And you can save a bunch of money if you just used instead of using text image to video, just do a bunch of images, render them together with animation and keyframes. It looks great. It's reliable. It's much cheaper.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
But this is harder to make. So if you could do this, you could do the cheaper option too.
Yeah, for sure. And what you guys built looked absolutely amazing. So much to it. That was really good. I mean, I'm super excited for GPT-4o image. So once that comes out, I think it'll change the game completely, because you can make infographics and like really hyper realistic stuff. So that would be pretty good. But I might open up the floor to questions to see if anyone has any questions. If you guys have any questions, just put your hands up with the emoji, and I'll call on you so you can ask a question. No one?
Perfect. No
Yes.
questions.
No question?
Can I one simple question? Just
Midman.
yeah, sorry. I want to know about this rendering process. How you render the final videos together? Just you asked about FFmpeg.
Yeah, if you want open source, you could do that. Also, if you've heard of Stefan Bope, he built on top of FFmpeg something called you remember it's called? Jensen is help. So he has a package where there's a bunch of tools that you could run for on your Yasu.
No code tool, the NCB. No
Yeah.
code.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are open source options. What I use is JSON to video, and this was, I think it costs like, I'm gonna guess like 15 cents to render this like a 5 scene video, and adds the captions for you, for example, which is nice. So it's for if you're dealing with clients, I think it's in general it's a safer bet to go with APIs as opposed to trying to set up a server from them to run these solutions, because I don't know, it just seems much more straightforward to me. Then you're relying on
Yeah.
JSON to video to perform for you.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's an option.
I've got another question. I just remembered, at the very start you said we had human in the loop, and that was the message. How did that human in the loop actually work?
Do you want to share the? I guess share. Yes, share.
Go back there.
It's pretty simple. I think this is the second time I played a little bit with it. But let me share my screen. Where am I? Share this puppy. Okay. So show quick. That is in input ideation. And this is where I ran it, right? Yeah. So if you indicate, there's a classification at the beginning. If you have some sort of clear message, like I use the database and publish it tomorrow at 6 p.m., then it's going to go straight through. If you say I need help, like I need some ideas, it's just a classification system, right? Then it's going to go through the ideation system, which is this upper part right here. See this section up here? And it's real simple. Like I set a niche here. You can change a niche. So you come up with ideas. It's just whatever prompt for coming up with ideas for your niche are. And then I'm going to format it. This is for consistency. If you don't do this, you have issues with the human loop system.
Yep.
And this is the sort of the engine using a special node that's going to wait for feedback, right? And there's different response types. You could do Telegram, you could do email, by the way. There's other options. Okay, and then it's going to either accept these, can make another decision right here. Either you accept the idea by putting one of either the part of the title, or it's going to say, no, they didn't accept this idea. And it's just going to, as you see it false, it retried, it's just going to repeat the whole thing.
Okay.
That's it.
So the human in the loop was for the ideation part of it.
Yes.
Oh,
But you could just say, use database, write me a viral article, publish it tomorrow at 2 p.m. and use the database, and it'll skip the whole ideation.
okay. Nice. Okay, that was actually very smart. I never thought of having a ideation in there. So you basically ask the AI, what should I talk about? What should I post about? I mean, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Amazing. Great. I think I've got someone with their hands up.
Yeah, Max, can you share this workflow so we can look into it and maybe tweak this out, maybe make some improvements and share with the community?
Share the JSON? It's possible. I'd have to double check with the team. It's possible. It's nothing special here. I mean, I could teach you guys how to do this. Really, it really is simple once you understand the basic concept. And it's very cool. Like I'm discovering how cool human in the loop is. It's really neat.
It's really nice. Thank you very much for sharing. Appreciate it.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. That was amazing. Great job, guys. In a matter of 2 weeks building that's very impressive. Cool. We'll go to the next team. Let's see if we can.